Hey folks, Lauren from Snowy's here with the KickAss Lithium battery portable vacuum sealer. This bad boy has got a 1500 milliamp lithium battery on board. It will give you about 50 seals from a single charge. It can be recharged from a 12 volt cable provided. This one is about 1.2 meters long, as well as a 240 volt cable here, which measures about 1.6 meters long. Now it does take around about an hour and a half to recharge. The unit itself weighs just over a kilo, measuring about 35 centimeters wide by about 14 centimeters deep, and sitting just under 7 centimeters tall altogether. It's made from a nice solid ABS plastic as well, so it's going to be nice and sturdy for you. So taking a look at the unit along the base, we've got a little air venting port here and a couple of little rubber feet on the bottom of the vac sealer. That stops it from slipping around when it's in use. Along the back here we have our charging input, and we've also got our on-off switch, so I'll flick that one on just while we're talking. Now it's a really simple operation for this unit. So we have at the front this rather large red tab here is going to lock the vac sealer shut. So we'll flick that tab up and that allows us to open up the sealer. And we've got a couple of rubber seals here, which a replacement comes with the unit as well. And we've got, this is our little heating element across the front here too. And then this is our little pressure bar, and that's going to push the plastic bags that we want to seal down nice and firmly, especially when that unit's locked across that heating element. So whilst I do, before I get onto the control panels, I do want to mention it also does come with 10 sealing bags with the unit as well to get you started. Hold up fam, don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss any awesome content on the Snowy's channel. Let's get into it. So on the control panel at the front here, I'll hold it up so you can see without too much reflection. Along the top, most importantly, we've got our battery indicator. So as you can see here, the unit is currently sitting at around about 75%. Now it's very, very simple and straightforward operation. It's probably also worth noting that this little touch panel here is really sensitive. So if you sort of brush it with your arm, it can trigger one of the buttons. So just be mindful of that. So in the top right hand corner here, we have the food button. So if we press that, we'll see the light cycle through. So currently we're on a dry food mode. Pressing that one goes to moist or wet food. And then pressing that button again will give us to the canister mode. Now in the top across here, on my right hand side or your left hand side is a little accessories port. There isn't one that comes with the KickAss unit, and I'm not sure if KickAss themselves do actually sell it or if it is just available as a generic sort of universal attachment. But you can get a hose that connects there and attaches to lids of jars, which will allow you to do some vac sealing of canisters, hence that setting on the end there. So cycling back through to dry food, which we'll demo in a moment, we've also got two other buttons here. This top one is for sealing only. Now this is going to be really handy for when you are wanting to seal a plastic bag. Now you can get these vac sealing plastic in like an endless roll, and that allows you to cut the sizes that you want, which means that you do have to seal one end before you can start vac sealing the products on the inside. That's where that seal only button comes in handy. You can just pop your plastic in, hit seal, and it will create that seal on like a fresh bag that you've cut to size. The other option that we have is vacuum only. That's going to create the vacuum in your little vac sealer without the addition of that sealing or heating element kicking in at the end. And then our last button here down the bottom is our vacuum seal. That's just the automatic button that you're going to press, which will not only vacuum but then also seal at the end. And you do have the option to hit the cancel button on that as well. Now I've already made, we've got some dry dehydrated mac and cheese here, and I've also got like a wet slow cooked steak that we've got on hand. So we're going to try the wet and dry methods. So first thing that we're going to want to do, open up your vac sealer like so, and then we're going to insert the end of the bag in, and we're not going to exceed these 2 red tabs here. So we want to make sure the end of the bag is fully within this vacuum chamber here that's bound by the black seal. So I'm going to pop that bag in like so, then I'm going to shut that one down and I'm going to lock it shut. Now, there's something that's probably important to note here, being a lighter weight machine. I can hit that vac seal and it will start to suction away like so. But then you can see it's drawing in some air, but it's not being super powerful at this stage. I'm just going to get the heel of my hand and we're going to lean on that a little bit to make a nice firm seal, and we'll instantly see that change like so. We're getting that full 75 kPa pressure now. I'm putting a little bit of weight onto the top of the unit. So that is fairly common for lighter weight or portable camping style vac sealers to require a little bit of assistance with getting that super tight seal. But that unit's automatically done that itself with the sealing on the end. So I'm just going to unlock the top of the sealer and open it up. And you see we've got a nice clean seal across the top. That's sealed beautifully. There's no gaps, like air gaps or any space in there to get out. And that food's been vacuum sealed down quite nice and tight. So we'll give our wet food a go as well here now. And I'm going to hit the food button up the top and we're going to move to the moist setting. Now, what I don't know for sure because there's not much information available, but based on my previous experience with vac sealers, it's quite likely that on that wet food setting or that moist setting, the actual vacuuming component won't be as long because I want to minimize the chances of drawing liquid in. So whilst I'm here as well, I might just note that the vac only option is not an automatic process. So when you touch that or tap on it, it will activate the vacuum. And so this allows you to custom or fine tune the amount of vac or suction that you're getting in your bag. This could be really handy. Maybe you've got something really bulky and a little bit unbalanced and you just want to vacuum a little bit of air out there to compress it, and then you can sort of readjust or flatten out the package before you start the automatic sealing process. But in this case, we've switched over to the moist now. I'm going to lock the unit and then I'm going to hit the automatic vac and seal, and I'm going to press down again to help assist with that solid seal. So that one's all sorted. Unlock and double check the seal again. That one is again a nice clean unbroken seal. It's probably also worth mentioning as well that on your vac seal button, the automated process, you've also got the cancel button. So if you do hit that and you start that process automatically, but you decide that maybe you want to change it, you want to add to the bag, maybe it's too wet and you've got a lot of liquid rushing out, you can hit that cancel button and that will automatically stop the process. Another good tip when you are looking to vac seal wet liquid or wet stuff is to partially freeze it or freeze it in, lay it flat in your freezer open-ended. It makes it a lot easier to vac seal wet stuff once it's frozen. Anyway, that's about it for the KickAss lithium battery portable vac seal unit. You can get this one at snowies.com.au at our low prices every day.